Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you're having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. If you want financial news and commentary from a Black perspective on a daily basis, make sure you subscribe, theblackfinancialchannel.com. I'm going to give you a quick report here. I've got a meeting to go to, so I'm going to be very, very brief with your time. I wanted to give the investors out there, those of you who are looking to build wealth and things like that, I'm going to give you an update on what's been happening as a result of the Iranian situation and how it's affecting the stock market. It's been kind of interesting. A lot of people wondered what was going to happen with the market once Trump pretty much, in my opinion, declared war on Iran by, killing one of their leading generals, one of the leading officials. I think this guy that he killed was actually the second or third most powerful person in all of Iran or something, which just is kind of crazy. So the market was immediately rocked. Why? Well, because war brings uncertainty, war brings destruction, war brings chaos, and that's not good for business. But there's a measure in the market in terms of kind of looking at what's going on and really trying to figure out, okay, how bad is this? How long is it going to last? What's going to go down? So effectively right now, today, as of January 8th, 2020, the market's actually doing quite well. The S&P 500 actually surprisingly hit an all-time high, meaning that it is higher now than it's ever been in the entire history of the market. It is literally at its highest point ever. Which again is a reiteration to those of you who haven't started investing that you're missing out on a lot of money that's being made in the stock market because the market keeps on hitting new highs. And so I'm reading here from CNBC. Please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do that. That really helps our channel. If you're on Facebook, if you could share it to your page, I'd appreciate that as well. It says stocks rose on Wednesday after President Donald Trump spoke about an attack by Iran at an Iraqi airbase that hosts American troops, which led to a massive sell-off in overnight trading. So last night, because of the attack on the Iraqi base that had American troops, the market plummeted. The market dropped. I think 200-300 points. The Dow dropped because of that. But a lot of that has been recovered, and the market hit an all-time high. I guess because it wasn't as bad as people thought it was going to be. So what it says here is that the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 190 points. The NASDAQ gained 0.7%, and the S&P 500 climbed 0.7%. Trump said Iran appeared to be standing down after they attacked the Al-Assad air base. However, he added that the U.S. will, quote, immediately impose additional punishing economic sanctions on the Iranian regime. At their worst levels of overnight trading, S&P 500 futures were down more than 1.6%. Sentiment also got a boost after ADP and Moody's analysts said U.S. private payroll soared by $202,000 last month. Economists polled by Dow Jones expected a print of 150,000. So, this is the reality that you're looking at, right? Trump. I'm not surprised he started a war because his personality type is that of somebody who you would expect to start a war, and that brings political implications. And I'll allow you to decide how you feel about that politically. But also, this guy's been good for the economy. He's been good for the stock market. Now, is that going to hold? I don't know. Is that a reason to like him or not like him? I don't know. But I can say that, one of the things that Democrats can't criticize is Trump's performance on the economy. You just can't. There's not a lot you can critique there. You can critique him for being a jerk. And you say he twitters too much or he tweets on the toilet, and that's a problem, right? And that's fine. That's not presidential. It isn't. But right now, economically speaking, at this moment in time, again, if this were Obama, the Democrats would be cheering and bragging about it. So I just think in terms of being balanced and really trying to see it for what it is, I would actually encourage you to pay attention to that. So here's more of the story. It says U.S. military officials told NBC News on Tuesday night that the Al-Assad air base, which is located in western Iraq, had come under attack with multiple projectiles hitting it. My thought, again, without me being a military expert and In fact, national security expert Asha Castleberry is going to be on drboystv.com later on today. She was supposed to come on yesterday, but because of the attack, all the media outlets started calling her. So Asha hit me up and said, "Hey, do you mind if we move the time?" I said, "Absolutely," because I love this sister. She's such a great Black woman. But she's going to be on drboystv.com today at 3 p.m. And the reason that 3 p.m. Eastern, and the reason that I want you guys to hear from her is because she's Black and she can kind of break it, just kind of give it to us from our perspective, and I think we need to know about Black people who are doing things other than rapping and playing basketball. Let's see, how come you haven't spoken about the good deeds Lizzo has been doing lately? Oh, Michael, I think that's a PR stunt, honestly. All the celebrities do stuff like that. I think she's trying to recover. Lizzo, if you want to talk about that for a second, Lizzo is actually, I think, trying to recover from the backlash she got from the whole Lakers incident. So I think that she's trying to reframe her image. That's what that's all about. But anyway, Queen Leak, Dr. Boyce, I bought both of your books and I love them both. Thank you for the extreme knowledge. Well, thank you very much, Queen Leak. I appreciate those kind words. And if you want to check out any of my books, you can actually go to drboycebooks.com. That's drboycebooks.com. And you can actually get copies of Claude Anderson's books there as well. Powernomics, Black Labor, White Wealth, stuff like that. So we got a lot of good books up there. So let me just read a little bit more of this to you. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to theblackfinancialchannel.com. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. The Pentagon said in a statement, Iran launched more than a dozen ballistic missiles against U.S. military and coalition forces in Iraq. It is clear that these missiles were launched from Iran and targeted at least two Iraqi military bases hosting U.S. military and coalition personnel. But so far, there were no reports of casualties. The attacks did not target oil infrastructure, also boosting investor sentiment. So because the oil infrastructure wasn't hit, investors aren't worried about the oil supply. The price of oil has gone up tremendously since the start of the whole conflict. That's what tends to happen when war is declared in the Middle East. The price of oil goes up. Price of gold goes up because gold is a safe haven asset. The price of the yen goes up, ironically, because the Japanese yen is seen as a safe haven asset. I got to go read up on it and remind myself of why that is, but it's very strange. The Japanese yen as a currency tends to go up in value whenever there's like an economic crisis. It's very, very weird. It doesn't happen to everybody else, but it happens to the Japanese. After the panic, 50-point decline last night in the S&P futures. I believe the market's response this morning is rational in the belief that these missile launches are likely the end of this spat rather than further escalation. So basically, it seems that the market's interpretation of what's happening in the Middle East is that you're having something where the Iranian leadership, I believe, doesn't want to appear weak, and so they're like, down with the Americans, down with the Americans. But it's almost like when the bully kind of hits you in the face in front of your girlfriend and in front of your homeboys, and you're like, people are like, well, what you gonna do? You're our leader. Like, what are you gonna do? But you know that if you hit the bully too hard, you might really get hurt that day. You might end up in the hospital. So maybe you grab a piece of paper and you throw it back and you throw it at the bully and hit him in the back of the head or something, or maybe you just, you talk smack about the bully when the bully's not listening, because you really don't want that. You don't really want that drama, right? You don't want all that smoke. So you kind of respond so they know that you responded, but then you're kind of trying to back out of the conflict at the same time, right? But you don't want to look weak in front of your girl, right? I don't know if y'all get that analogy, but I think that's what's going on with Iran. Iran, I don't think, wants smoke with the United States, and they sure as hell don't want smoke with Donald Trump. If Barack Obama were still in office, Iran's reaction will be very different. And I've talked to a lot of my friends that are in the military, who are military experts, who don't care about Democrat versus Republican. They just sort of understand national security. And the perception of Obama, whether you like him or not, the perception that Obama had was that he was weak, that he was kind of a wimp, that you could just go and do whatever you want. And he's going to say, oh, well, let's talk about it. Trump ain't that guy. Trump is a guy that's like, oh, you want to fight? Okay, let's fight. Right. And you don't want somebody thinking that way when they got a big arsenal of nuclear weapons and they can literally blow. And they tweeted and joked about blowing an entire country off the face of the planet. And that's another reason why we can all hopefully agree that maybe Trump isn't the best guy to be in the White House, because, you're dealing with human life and you're dealing with something very serious. But the reality is that, a lot of my military friends kind of break it down and they say, you kind of want a leader that's a little bit crazy, because people ain't gonna mess with a crazy person, especially if the crazy person's got bigger weapons. So whether you like it or not, that's what it is. That's the world you live in. I'm not telling you what to think about it. I'm just giving you my assessment. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm about to go. Please hit the thumbs up button before you go. If you're watching on Facebook, please share this to your page. Also, please subscribe, theblackfinancialchannel.com. And also, you guys know if you want to learn about stock market investing, I do have a great stock market investing class at theblackstockmarketprogram.com. I teach Black people. That's who I teach. If you're not Black, you can come, but I'm teaching Black people. So you can go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com. So feel free to check that out. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day, and God bless all of you. Take care. Peace.